back. Thought today I'd discuss a little something with you guys about footwear. Whether you're going to be doing a through hike or a weekend trip, depending on time of year, might impact what you wear and what I would not wear anytime. A typical hike, I would wear a trail runner, and this would be, spring, summer, fall. Brooks Cascadia. I think this model is from a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. This is my third pair of Brooks Cascadias. Bought my first pair in 2014, hiking the Appalachian Trail, and it was an excellent pair of shoes, saved my feet, and couldn't complain. Wore them out, still have them. In fact, I still have all three of my Brooks Cascadias. But these are the ones I'm currently wearing. I probably have about 100 trail miles on there, and you can see it still looks like a pretty good shoe. Granted, there's a lot of day hikes on these. Not, I would say, a whole lot of been in the rain too much. But there have been a couple of trips in the Smokies where I've put them through their paces, and that's kind of how I operate. I try to go, when I try to schedule when it's cooler weather and nice weather. Look at about 2 weeks out and schedule my hikes accordingly. Especially when you only got 2 days, you spend all weekend out in the rain and snow, just run your immune system down, especially with the way things are right now. Probably not the best idea. So, of late, I'm seeing a lot of stuff about people wanting to buy the zero drop shoes. Well, I bought a pair of zero drop shoes in Vegas, Ultras. Was it Long Trail or whatever? Got the zero drops. So, I see the videos, everybody speak their praises and all this other stuff. So, I get them on sale. They were actually a used pair of zero drop Ultras. And I, took them, put them through their paces. When I flew back, I went on a couple of day hikes locally. Probably put about 10, 15 miles on them. And didn't like them. I'll put it this way. It's not that I didn't like them. I've had Achilles tendon issues before. And have you ever had Achilles tendonitis? It is something that you do not want. And it takes at least 3 to 6 months to get rid of it, especially if you have a bad case of it. Had a relative who actually had to wear a boot for a while, and come to find out, the issue was I was wearing shoes like Nike Frees and running in them. When you're in your early 20s, it's not that big of a deal, but you get in your late 20s, early 30s, and you're running in these shoes, they're not really meant to be running in. Well, I didn't know any better. We were running in them and running, 10, 15 miles a week, and it ended up hurting my Achilles tendon. So, moving forward, I've decided to, you get what you pay for in your footwear. So, I was buying the cheap pair of Nikes at the local shoe store or New Balance or whatever. So I started wearing Brooks Cascadias, and not Brooks, but just Brooks in general, and running in Brooks. And overall, my feet started feeling better till it got to the point where I haven't had any Achilles issues ever since. So when I was hiking the Appalachian Trail, after I destroyed my feet starting out wearing Gore-Tex Merrells, and then going to a Solomon that was one size too big. I should have been wearing 13s. I was wearing a 14 because I couldn't find a pair of shoes that fit me. Ended up having to stop in New York City when I visited a friend of mine when I was in the area, and walked into REI, and they put me in a very nice pair of Brooks Cascadias. And to help me out, they actually pulled this lacing right here, and pulled it back. You can see, and I'm just, instead of hooking it down here, the laces started here, and it opened up and freed the foot box, which was a revelation to me. And if you ever have some feet swelling while you're on trail, redo the lacing. And it'll save you a lot of pain and agony. Well, you know, you go from having no room in your toe box because your feet are swollen to having room in your toe box. It is light years better. Now, it's also good to note that when you do go with a good pair of hiking through trail runners, you need an insert. This is a Super Feet I got on sale at Gander Mountain, and this thing's probably got about 500 miles on it, but still hard, solid piece. Good product. Got it for like 40% off or half off, whatever. I forget what it was, but it was a good deal. I didn't really need it at the time because I still had one for my other Brooks Cascadias, and worked out well. The point is, you find the footwear that works best for you. I would not wear anything that was waterproof outside of wintertime, and I'll tell you why. So, if you get these wet, your feet are going to be wet. You get the Gore-Tex wet, your feet are going to be wet. But this will dry out. If you're hiking in the middle of summer and you put these in the sun for 30 minutes on a rock or on the asphalt, if you're near a parking lot or road crossing or what have you, these will dry out. Your feet will dry out. Gore-Tex won't. In fact, it could create a problem for you. And the most important thing you can do is take care of your feet while you're on trail. Eat well. Try to stay clean, disinfect, wash your hands as often as possible. I know it's difficult, especially with the corona running around. But the point I'm trying to make here is, take care of your feet. Wear what works for you. If you try on a pair of shoes and it's all the rage and it's not something that you really feel comfortable with, don't do it. That's my advice. Now, the zero drop shoes may be perfect for you, and I say go for it. But if you have issues with your feet, stick with a standard pair of shoes. That'd be my advice. But hey, what do I know? You guys have a good day.